Hey guys, and welcome back to Fringe Friday. I am Carmen, and today we are going to be watching Season 3, Episode 18 of Fringe. As always, I'm excited and nervous. Honestly, I shouldn't even say it at this point because I feel like it's just sort of the baseline for going into an episode of Fringe, right? Especially, nearing the end of a season, nearing the end of maybe a storyline, or at least like advancing the plot of the current storyline, right? I'm stressed about Bolivia. I'm stressed if just how that's going to play out and how much longer Belle is going to be taking over Olivia's body, because as interesting of a storyline as it is, it's always hard for me when a character who like I know and love is no longer that character, if that makes sense. Like there's moments of it in other shows that I have watched, and when you love a character, like I love Olivia, it's hard. I'm sure you guys agree. Like it's hard to see her as somebody that's not her, especially when she's gone through so much already this season, especially because she did not really consent to this at all, especially in the last episode at the end, seeing her struggling to take control. Like I just want her to be happy. And so yeah, stress. Sorry, that was a very long tangent for an intro. What else did we have? We had Dana Gray, I believe was the character's name, who I struggled with how to feel about her as a character, just because she was in a really dark place and she was very troubled and she was very much in grief and trying to find her way out. And yet that also doesn't excuse, I don't think, what she did to the other people that were also in grief and also in a dark place and also trying to find their way out, except for that one guy. Yeah, except for that one guy. We also had Lee Lincoln. I was so excited to see him, and I just hope we see more of him in our world. I love both Lincolns, and I just I want him and Peter and Olivia to be a dynamic trio. I don't know. I just want it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling at you guys.
Viral-propagated eclampsia is dormant until pregnancy and undetectable before 8 to 10 weeks. So until we get the results of today's screening, nothing is certain. You may not be a carrier at all.
It's hard to believe that when the odds are 80% that I am.
I mean, yeah.
It's okay to want to prepare yourself.
What is VPE?
I know it's easier said than done, but my best advice to both of you is take it a step at a time.
That is much easier said than done. Are you kidding? I would be fully stressing. I don't even know what it is, but I'm just saying I would be stressing. 80%, the odds are not in her favor.
You weren't listening, were you? There is an 8 out of 10 chance that I'm a carrier, and if I am, there's only a handful of cases where either a mother or a baby survive delivery with VPE. So I don't really have a choice.
I mean, there's still 2 out of 10 that don't have it, right? And you do have a choice.
My job is all-consuming. My life is hardly conducive to parenting.
I think that's a valid choice if she doesn't want to have the baby.
You met a man in a bar while Frank was out of town. Honey, that just doesn't sound like you.
Well, I never said that it was one of my finest moments.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't mean to be...
Judgmental?
I just want you to have the support that you need.
And I do. You and Lincoln should get together and commiserate. He's not happy about this either.
There's a different reason.
Dunham.
Hey, it's me.
Hey.
You okay? You sound
I
distracted.
didn't see anybody. Is it the Observer?
I'm probably just being
It's August, right?
I'm sending over a
Why are they watching her?
be there within the hour.
Okay. Thank you, Lincoln.
Are they already in her apartment? He said within the hour. I have a feeling that might be too late. Viral. Oh, damn it. That was not an observer because they had hair. I didn't immediately recognize them. Okay, something eclampsia, which I think is eclampsia, which I think is bad. I don't really know that much about pregnancy and stuff. You guys?
You went on a date with Bug Girl?
No, at least I make attempts. You don't even try to go out.
That's because my new position demands the majority of my time.
It's because he likes somebody that is unavailable to him.
Just admit, you got a thing for Liv.
Yes, that's true.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's so true.
Agent Lee, what is it?
Sir, Olivia's been kidnapped.
What do you mean kidnapped?
Well, he means kidnapped.
We got her, sir.
Where?
North Moore Street, moving east toward the harbor. Speed is 50 kilometers per hour.
I feel like that would be too easy if they find her immediately after she gets kidnapped, right? What are they doing?
Corner at Mason and Toby.
Well, they've already transferred her or whatever, right? It's probably they got rid of her tracker or whatever.
Son of a bitch.
Who are they? Is it crazy? But what if they're trying to make sure that she like is okay with like whatever happens, like she'll have the baby? You know, is that crazy? Like, how would they know? But who are you and what do you want with Olivia? What's that stuff?
Phase 1 has disrupted the regulatory process. By now, all inhibitory proteins should be blocked.
She's coming too.
She's a fighter, like they said.
What are they doing? What is your purpose, sir? That is a very large needle. I feel like that would hurt.
Let's put her back out.
Back out where? Oh, just knock her out. Okay. I was like, where's she going?
This will help with the pain. You should start feeling that right away.
Let us know when she's ready.
For what?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Just try to get some sleep. I'll come back and check on you.
I would like for there to be a little bit more specificity in that answer, okay? So it's about the baby. Okay, my only guesses are whatever that really dangerous thing is, they're trying to prevent it so that she has the baby. 2, they're somehow accelerating the growth of the baby and they're going to steal it. That sounds crazy, I know, but...
I've reviewed the traffic for a 3-block radius around Agent Dunham's residence. There's an anomaly. The same commercial vehicle has cruised past her building 6 times in the past week. The chances of that are 1 in 756,000. It is a clear statistical outlier.
Oh, is it him? But he wouldn't sell Olivia out.
First Division! Hands on the wheel!
Where's Agent Dunham?
What?
You've been driving by her building. Why?
I'm a cab driver. I got fares all over. All right. I was worried about her. That's all. Once in a while I drive by and make sure she's okay. That's not a crime.
Henry Arliss Higgins, who lives on Hastings Avenue. Wife's Jasmine's daughter's Laura.
How do you know her?
Well, he kind of knows the other Olivia.
Don't you push me, Henry. Agent Dunham happens to be a very good friend of mine.
I wonder if he'll...
Not for what she's told me.
You know Dunham.
Yeah, I do. I know you too. It's the second time you pointed a gun at me. The first was the day I met her.
You're the cab driver from the gas station.
You helped her get away.
Yep.
Where is she?
How would I know? I didn't expect she would come back here.
What do you mean back here?
Other Olivia. I wonder if they're gonna find out. I wonder if they'll find out that the truth, that it really was not their Olivia. It was our
Upper to 50 milligrams. That should keep her knocked out.
50 milligrams?
Is there a problem?
No, doctor.
Clearly, she thinks that it's medically unnecessary and dangerous.
How's he doing?
He's doing very well. Abdominal circumference 160, head 170, biparietal diameter 40.
He?
Shouldn't be long now. I'll make sure everything's ready.
They're growing it, right? They're doing something.
It's time for your pill.
No,
It's for your own good.
They literally are not making sure she's swallowing it.
Good girl.
You can fake that easily. She probably just put it under her tongue and went. She's gonna spit it out. I mean, I'm here for that lady being, you know, a little stupid.
She kept on saying people were trying to convince her that she was someone that she wasn't. You guys, I guess.
Oh, so she said she wanted to go home.
Yeah, to some guy named Peter. That was his name. Look, I didn't want to get involved in any of this, but she got to me.
Yeah.
You said after you helped her get to Liberty Island, you didn't see her again?
I didn't expect to, till I ran into her a few weeks ago in the street.
But she didn't
Only
recognize
she acted
you.
like she didn't know me. Someone knows you and then all of a sudden they don't? I don't know.
Because she didn't
Look, I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers here, guys.
put it together. Put it together.
You start hearing things about some other universe, it's hard to ignore.
What did you just say? There's way too many details to be lying.
What are you thinking?
Remember after Liv's breakdown when she came back to field duty?
Yeah.
You asked me if I thought it was possible for our Olivia to be switched with the one from the other universe.
Yeah, and you said no way.
You
I
said
know.
I was crazy.
What if you're not?
Except for now, she is back in her universe. Like our Olivia and your Olivia is there.
Olivia is a carrier for VPE.
Yeah. The thing is, whatever that medicine is, they're going to either cure her of it or do something else. That would take so long to like cut through that. Oh, okay, never mind. That's smarter, honestly. What?
Doctor, we're ready.
What are you doing to me?
Yeah. You guys, that was horrifying. They are gonna take the baby, aren't they?
This all from the cab driver.
With all due respect, sir. If there's any truth to what he's saying, it could be a lead.
He already knows the truth.
Was our Agent Dunham replaced with theirs?
Yes, but not anymore. Will he be honest?
She was, yes.
Ooh.
You weren't told because it was classified.
It was need to know, and you didn't.
Our Agent Dunham returned safely to our side weeks ago.
And theirs?
Sent home.
She escaped, but sure. She did go home.
Beginning to think that not sharing this information may hinder your ability to find Olivia.
This all may have something to do with her abduction.
Are you gonna tell him who the baby daddy is?
Agent Dunham is carrying my grandchild.
He did.
I believed that the child and Olivia would be safer if no one knew the truth.
Who else knows about this?
As far as I know, just Olivia and I.
You think she could have been taken by invaders from the other side?
I imagine it's possible.
I don't know who the people who took her are or what they want with the baby.
Whatever it takes, find her.
I don't like this whatever it takes business, but okay. So Lee knows the truth now. She got a baby belly now. Let's see. Oh my god. It's just funny that I was like, that's a ridiculous theory in the beginning of this episode, but like, it is Fringe, so. I just hope they don't hurt her to get the baby out. You know what I mean? Like, I hope they don't just, like, discard her and not care what happens to her.
Hemoglobin count 6.7.
What do they want with the baby?
12 units of plasma immediately.
This will be her 5th transfusion.
Duly noted.
With her erratic vitals...
We will take appropriate precautions.
I'm not sure they exist if her body isn't ready.
We have a timetable. There will be no adjustments. Initiate phase 2.
Why? Why? Just why?
I think I may have VPE. In fact, I probably do.
She does. I thought that they knew that and the medicine was counteracting it, but...
You don't have to do anything. You just have to leave me alone just for a minute.
What is she gonna do?
Please.
Wouldn't it be too late at this point to stop it? You know? I'm confused.
We're starting the next phase in 22 minutes. And believe me, you don't want to be standing when it happens, so stop wasting time.
Agent Dunham is pregnant with Secretary Bishop's grandchild.
Oh, I see.
There's a possibility that her kidnapping
Has to do with her pregnancy.
relates to her pregnancy.
She can't have the baby. There's no way she can have the baby.
Because she has VPE, which I will look up after this because I don't fully understand what that means. She's gonna pick it up with her foot.
You're gonna get me out of here.
It just seems unlikely that this is gonna work.
Where is she? Don't worry, she won't get far.
I mean, of course not. She's like hella pregnant. Like, if they're invested in the baby, which it seems that they are, wouldn't it behoove her to tell them about her VPE? I mean, I don't know if, like, I don't know what that, again, I wish I knew more about what that is. Probably why they don't think she'll make it far. They're involved somehow with it, right? The people in this neighborhood. They must like get paid to look the other way or something, maybe?
Don't worry, I'm not talking. Not that anyone would believe me anyhow.
This is Agent Lee.
Sure.
Oh my God, Olivia. Where are you?
I'm in Chinatown. I'm not exactly sure where. I think that the baby's coming.
That's... yeah.
I need you to speak to my mom.
Liv, what's happening?
I mean, honestly, what was the dramatic just looking at her for? Like, he easily could have caught up to her. Not that I'm wanting that, but I'm just saying.
She called from a phone booth, Canal and Market.
Did you get that?
Now and Market, got it.
Yeah, we're close.
What about the medical team?
They're en route.
Tell them she's in labor.
Lincoln, listen to me. I spoke to Marilyn. There's something wrong. She won't make it through delivery.
I just don't understand, like, what the, like, what can they do now? It's too late, right? Unless, like, because it's Peter's baby, like, I don't, maybe it's got some sort of weird powers or shit.
It's nice to meet you, Henry.
Yeah, you too.
Lincoln, did you talk to my mom?
What's he gonna say? She knows. I really hope Olivia doesn't die. Like, I don't want that.
Feeling like you need to bear down. That's okay. All right, this baby's on his way.
I don't agree with all of her choices, but
I need you to push. 1, 2.
Like he loves her.
Pushing. 4, 5.
Maybe she'll somehow survive. Like,
Promise me that you will stay until this is over.
There's no place else for me to be.
That's it. You're doing so good, okay? You're almost there.
where do you think you would go in the middle of this?
I love you.
Promise me you'll save the baby.
Liv,
Promise.
I promise.
Keep going. Keep going. There it is. There it is. He's here.
He's crying. That's always a good sign.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll be okay.
You hear that?
Maybe she's okay. She just took a little nap. She's still alive. See? See?
He's fine.
See, whatever is about her, like, right? There's a cute little baby. A cute little baby. Oh, he's okay.
You have a son.
Maybe whatever they gave her to accelerate the pregnancy, it's like the cure for whatever VPE is.
Thank you, Agent Lee. Your hard work will not go unrewarded.
Okay.
Meet my friends.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna talk about how the hell she survived when she shouldn't have.
They said it was the acceleration. the virus couldn't replicate as fast as the pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
He is still a miracle.
I have a lot of mixed feelings about the baby and everything.
Olivia, when she came back, wasn't it around the time Burroughs disappeared?
It was.
Makes you wonder what else we don't know.
Probably boatloads.
I never actually spent any time thinking about being a mom.
Well, I mean, we're barely pregnant.
No, I don't know if I'm ready.
Well, again, you were barely pregnant. You didn't really have time. I have a lot of conflicting feelings about you, tiny human.
Sorry to interrupt. How are you feeling?
Good.
I'll be right back.
She's evil. She's evil. She's gonna take that baby. I don't trust it. Oh, okay, she's not taking him out of the room. Aww.
That goes to the lab.
Boy. He's fully bad. Walternate. Brandon.
It is happening.
Who was that? It was Brandon.
Why did you tell Lincoln so much?
They orchestrated it.
To lie would have made him grow suspicious, and I trusted that you wouldn't fail.
We didn't.
I knew it. Walternate was a part of it. But to what end? Is it just because he knew she had VPN and so he was ensuring the baby was born? Also, why is Lincoln not more suspicious when he knows that the only people that know are Walternate and Olivia? Or Folivia, excuse me. Lincoln, I'm gonna need you to... Okay guys, so I looked it up on my phone and apparently VPE is... It's not real, right? It's a form of eclampsia that exists only in the Fringe universe, and so that explains my confusion. I'm like, I've never heard of this. I don't understand like how it's so dangerous and like exactly what it does. I do kind of wish that it would have been explained a little better. Maybe if they had like seeded it in like an earlier episode, made some mention of it, or even just gone into like a little bit more detail in this episode and the doctor's appointment, because it was incredibly confusing, and like the whole time I'm trying to figure out like what is this, and like how is it going to hurt Olivia and the baby, or Olivia and the baby, right? So that was just a bit confusing. I guess it's not technically necessary for them to explain it, but I do feel it would have, I don't know, cut out some of my confusion regarding it, at least. So still not really sure what it is, but apparently it's incredibly fatal, and for some reason the acceleration of the birth stopped it from being an issue. My assumption is that Walternate, knowing Olivia, I'm not used to her anymore, you guys, knowing Olivia's medical history, saw that her sister had it, knew that, you know, being a scientist, knew that there was an 80% chance of her having it, that would cause his grandson to die. Therefore, he set up this whole situation to ensure his grandson's survival, and therefore ensure that when Peter had the choice, that he would have a reason to choose Olivia and their world versus Olivia and our world. Okay, so regarding Olivia and the baby, and you know, who we don't know his name yet, but regarding that whole situation, I feel very conflicted about it, because, and I know that I've agreed to like not dwell on it, but there, to me, there's still the consent issue with their relationship in general. So that's a bit icky. And then also there's just this feeling as an audience member, having already been robbed of, not only us as the audience, but the characters of Olivia and Peter, having been robbed of all of their like sort of first, except for their first kiss, because they did kiss prior to Olivia taking over, but sort of that aspect of their relationship being usurped by Olivia, and to be robbed of that as an audience, and for them to be robbed of that experience as characters, already feels kind of shitty. And so now Olivia is the mother of Peter's son, and we don't know if Peter and Olivia will ever have kids, but it also feels kind of like sad, I guess, is the only real thing that I can say. Like, it makes me sad that I feel like Peter and Olivia are now robbed of that experience as well, and us as the audience are robbed of it, because even if Peter and Olivia do have a kid in the future, or multiple kids, you know, he has a son somewhere with someone else, and Peter doesn't strike me as the type of person that's gonna walk away from that. So it's all very complicated. The little baby is adorable, and I hope that he lives a happy little life, but I have a lot of conflicted feelings regarding that little baby. It feels weird to be like, his existence is like kind of upsetting. It's a fictional baby, so I don't really feel that bad about it, but it makes me really sad that our Olivia, who deserves happiness not more than anyone else on the show, but like, because I think everybody deserves happiness, and I wouldn't try to take that away from anybody, but who deserves happiness so much, and our Peter, who deserves happiness so much, and should be able to find that with each other, you know, it just sucks to see these things being taken away from them, right? For some Machiavellian reason. I don't think I used that right. Anyway, it just sucks, right? Because Walternate is back here, Brandon is back here, the observers are hanging around, like everybody is like behind the scenes, moving pieces into place to force them into a situation, that they don't deserve to be in. And it's not that I don't have sympathy for Walternate, and I don't think that, like, yeah, I understand that you would want your son home, you would want your grandson. Like, it's not that. It's just, and it's not like Walter is innocent either, right? Because he was moving, you know, he literally kidnapped Peter and kind of set a lot of this in motion, if not all of it. It just sucks because I feel like Peter and Olivia, this entire series, have just been pawns in someone else's game, and it makes me really sad. And like I feel sad for Lincoln too. Like, here he is confessing his freaking love for faux Olivia, and I don't know, maybe they'll get together, maybe that could be a cute little family for them, but I don't know, you guys. I really liked the episode, to clarify. Like, I think that it was a really good episode. It was very compelling. They got me to cry about faux Olivia and thinking she was dying, which did not ever expect to happen. But just because I don't agree with the choices that she's made in the past, it doesn't mean that, like, I wish death upon her and her unborn child or anything, you know? So I'm glad that she didn't die. I didn't think that she was gonna die because it would be a weird storyline for them to reveal that she was pregnant and then to do nothing with that, you know what I mean? To, like, just get rid of it. It wouldn't make sense from a storytelling perspective. So I kind of figured either they would both live or the baby would for sure live, because again, there has to be conflict. There has to be a reason that he would ever be conflicted about choosing our world or their world, right? And right now with Olivia, who he is totally happy and in love with in our world, I mean, of course she's Bolivia right now, so there is a complication, but like, there's no reason that he would ever choose world B when he has everything he wants to be happy in world A, except there's a complication, right? There's a wrench thrown in the plans, and that is little baby, whatever his name will be. I like that Lincoln and Charlie now know the truth, or at least a version of the truth, enough of the truth that they aren't completely in the dark anymore. I like that they also, while Walternate was like, I had to tell him just enough so he kind of knew something. I like that while Walternate's being shady and doing other shit behind the scenes, like, Lincoln and Charlie are picking up on the fact that he's being shady, and that there's a lot of other stuff that they don't know, and that they're not just taking what they know at face value and being like, well, that's all there is to know, you know? So that gives me hope that they will continue investigating, figure more shit out, you know? I wonder what Walternate, I think that part of Walternate's plan with the acceleration of the pregnancy and all that stuff was, in fact, for, you know, throwing a wrench in the plans, giving Peter a reason to choose world B. However, I also think it was motivated by his knowledge of Olivia's medical chart. Now, what I don't understand is what he wants with the blood and the thing, unless it's like, he's gonna take that little card and he's gonna somehow get it to Peter in our world, world A. And Peter's gonna be like, that's my DNA. You know, I don't know what Peter will say, but the observer was also on the phone like, yeah, the plan's in motion, shit's going according to plan, players are moving, shit, whatever, I don't know. I think that the storyline of the baby is compelling in that it is conflicting, right? Not only for Peter, I'm sure, but for the audience, right? Because we don't want Peter to not be involved in his child's life. We don't want Peter to abandon his kid, but we obviously still want Peter to choose World A and Olivia. But then I'm like, ideally both worlds could exist, right? They could coexist. People could travel between them. Everything would be fine. That has not been presented to us as an option yet. Peter, of course, hopes to find a way to save both worlds. I hope that he finds a way, him and Olivia, to save both worlds. ideally, they would find a way to save both worlds. They would find a way to create a portal, a doorway, a whatever between the worlds so that, like, I don't know, they could alternate weeks or weekends with, like, tiny human, you know? I mean, I don't know, you guys. It's so conflicting, and I just don't know how to feel about it, you know? Like, again, except for sad. I just feel sad for Olivia. Like, while I can have sympathy for Olivia, while I can be not happy for her, but like, I just want Olivia to be happy, you know? Like, I don't care all that much about Olivia, right? Like, I don't want harm to come to her. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I want her to, like, live a perfectly happy life in World B that has nothing to do with Peter and our Olivia, you know? Like, ideally, that would have been the case. Of course, now there's a baby, so complications. But, like I said, I'm just sad. Like, honestly, I'm just sad for Olivia. Like, it's gonna make me especially sad if Olivia and Peter want to have kids and can't for some reason, you know? Then, this is, okay. I think this episode just kind of made me sad. I don't know what I want to happen going forward. Like, I don't know how I want Peter and Olivia to navigate this. I don't know how they will navigate this. I think that it's going to be very hard for Olivia because obviously that would be devastating. I think it's going to be very hard for Peter because obviously that would be very conflicting and upsetting probably news to hear, you know? Like, not that he wouldn't also be happy about it, maybe. I mean, I don't know how he's going to feel. Like, it's such a weird situation. I'm glad that they brought Henry back. I'm glad that maybe he became aware that, like, I don't know what Lincoln told him, but maybe he knows that, like, the Olivia he knew went home and this is somebody else, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry that this post-episode discussion got a little bit low energy and a little bit sad. I just am having trouble figuring out how to feel, which I think is valid, you know? Like, I think the show wants you to be conflicted, and they don't want easy answers, right? The show is not about, like, easy morality, right? Choosing, like, right or wrong. The show exists in the gray area of life and morality, and sorry, I have a little cold. And so I think that that's where the storylines thrive, and it does make you think about things, and it does make you just conflicted about things, and it's great. But it's also, like, it can be very, like, emotionally draining at times. And I think that that's where I'm at right now. I'm just emotionally drained and worried about what these next 3 or 4 episodes are gonna bring. I just want them to get their happily ever after. I just want them to be happy and in love, and that's it. That's it. It's like, anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling at you guys. I think I've said everything I need to really say. I mean, probably not, to be honest, because I just don't even know how to think or feel right now. But yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Let me know just if you were as conflicted as I am, like how you felt about little baby Olivia, and if you, like me, feel like it's another instance where we're kind of robbed of that moment with Peter and Olivia, just like Peter and Olivia are. Or if, like, we're not because maybe they don't want kids, you know? Like, it, I mean, I feel like that's a discussion too, is whether or not Olivia and Peter even want to be parents at any point, because choosing not to have kids is a completely valid choice as well, you know? Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta take a minute. I hope that you guys liked it. If you did, please like it and subscribe if you aren't already. You can also watch my reaction to the next episode right now over on Patreon if you're watching this on YouTube. You can also see my entire full-length reaction to this episode and every episode thus far of Fringe. Can't believe we're almost in season 4, you guys. We are rapidly approaching the end, and there is zero part of me that is ready for it, but gotta buckle up and do it. Anyway, I will let you go finally. I'm sorry, you guys. Until next time. Bye. I hope you guys have a good day, week, month, year,